Hey guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to my page. If you have been following me for a while, hi, and thanks for watching. If you are brand new, you've not ever watched any of my videos, and you are just catching this on the replay, drop me down replay down in the comments. I always like to see who watches this when I'm live and who hops on the replays. So, if y'all don't know me, my name is Tanya Johnson. I've actually been homeschooling for 2 years, but before that, I had taught in some capacity for 12 years. So a total 14 years teaching in some capacity, including the 4 years I was in college to become a teacher. So I always joke, I always tell people, yeah, I spent like tens of thousands of dollars on a teaching degree that I don't use except with my own daughter, but that's okay. And it's actually a lot of fun. So if you're watching this on Facebook, again, welcome. You can follow me on Instagram also at Helping Hearts Homeschooler if you want to kind of see the day-to-day homeschooling life. And you can follow me on YouTube if you want to catch the videos that I do. I do curriculum reviews, I do journaling sessions specifically for moms, and I do lesson ideas over there. So let's get started. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we get started, hi, Kelly. I am going to do a series of basically just Q&As for you guys, homeschool style. So if you have any homeschooling questions, I know a lot of you have reached out to me since everyone is quote unquote homeschooling right now. A lot of you guys have reached out to me and you're actually thinking about doing it in the fall, like permanently homeschooling, which huge congrats, because that is not an easy thing to do. But I also am getting a lot of questions. So if you have homeschooling questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And then we do have a giveaway going on today. So if you'd like in the giveaway, I'll explain it a little bit later. Go ahead and share this video and we'll get right into it. Okay, so I want to show you guys, let me see if I can flip my screen real quick. Nope. One second, guys. I thought I could flip my screen around. No, I can make it really bright. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. So you can actually read it. Oh, and everything's going to be backwards, so that's going to be fun. Okay, so this is the book that I'm reviewing. Everything is backwards for me. We're going to get it, though. So this actually, when I first saw this, and what it is, it's basically just a basic history book for kindergartners. Now, when I saw this, hi, Letitia. When I saw this, I honestly was like, okay, this is stupid. Like, there is a little yarn puppet looking thing on the front. But you know what? I was new to homeschooling. I had done preschool, and preschool was kind of, we mixed together things. So when it came to kindergarten, I was like, well, I'm just going to buy a box curriculum. So I was ignorance on fire. I had never taught elementary. I'd always taught high school or middle school kids. So I was like, I'm just going to buy the box curriculum. There were a lot of good reviews on it. And you know what? This is my daughter's favorite book out of all of ours. So I'm just going to go through, and I actually want to walk through and just show you some of the really cool projects that we did. And then I'm also going to link down in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link in the descriptions. YouTube is also Helping Hearts Homeschooler. I'll link in the descriptions. But if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, I'll just link it down in the comments. Any of the major projects we did, I vlogged them for you guys. So I'm just going to give you a link to each of them. You guys can go look at them yourselves. So, yeah. Oh, if you share because you went into the free drawing, make sure you comment shared down below so I can get you in there. Okay. So when you first open the page, it literally just says, hi, my name is, I think it's Bede. I don't know if it's Bede or Bede. I think it's Bede. And it says, I'm a timeline. I will help you learn about what happened when. So the whole book is timelines, which was really, really cool. I'll just tell you, it was so much fun. So again, I'm just going to kind of take you page to page. First, we talked about what a timeline was. Now, what I did with my daughter is we put a string down on the floor. We put some pennies on it, and we just talked about how when you're walking down the piece of yarn, you're walking down the timeline. So it was fun. Thank you for sharing. Letitia, you're in the drawing. The second one was, okay, everything's timelines. So she just got to draw stuff that she had done that day, which I realize you can't really tell what she drew, but that's okay. So she drew what she did. This was a fun one. This was past and present. So you can see, okay, again, sorry, everything's backwards, guys. It shows a picture of a hat back in the olden days, and then she got to put a picture of a hat in the, like now. Same with a boat, a car, a watch, looks like some shoes, and an airplane. Oh, the boat's, okay. The boat came unglued. It's on the other page. I was like, where's the boat? Then, this was a fun one. She got to write out how her mom and her dad met. But then, even cooler, was it had us do a family timeline. So what I did, and this is one of the ones that'll be linked down in the bottom, so you can click on it and actually see the video. What I did is we put a string up from one side of our living room to the other, and with clothespins, we clipped pictures of just stuff that happened before. Like, basically, I think it started with our wedding picture, and then all the rest were pictures of Glory or Glory and us, and we just did like 7 or 8 pictures all in order of what happened when in her life, and she thought it was awesome. Yes, Tina, thank you for sharing. So guys, if you missed it, you can share this video. What I'm doing is I'm actually giving away one of these books, a brand new one. Actually, you've got a couple different options. So this is the kindergarten one. There is, and this one is all about your kid. So basically everything going through kind of relates to them. So you can either pick this one or you can pick the first grade book. The first grade book is all about the United States. So again, it's going to be timeline fashion, I think. I don't have that one yet. I ordered it. I think it's going to be timeline fashion. But it's more geared toward a little older kids. Or if you don't have any little kids and you just want to share because you are supporting me and I appreciate it, if you are the winner, I'll just send you a Starbucks card instead. So I'll let you pick if you want the kindergarten, the first grade, or a Starbucks card. Fair enough. I feel like a lot of you guys that watch this have little kids, but then I feel like a lot of you guys watch my content just because you like ideas on homeschooling and planning and lesson planning, and your kids are older, so you really wouldn't use this book. The next one was making a family tree, and it went through and like you wrote it out, and then it gave you an idea. And one thing I really loved about this book is there were lots and lots of ideas to take it off the paper and onto real life. So they weren't just lessons that we sat down and read. My daughter is very much a hands-on learner. So if you guys are watching, if your kid is a hands-on learner, drop me a 1 down in the comments. Meaning they don't sit still very well. They need to be like learning by doing things. My daughter absolutely is a hands-on learner. And there's nothing wrong if they're not, by the way. Like if your kid just happens to be able to sit and like do workbooks, then they're awesome. Oh, I couldn't see that. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Okay. My son will start kindergarten in the fall. I've been trying to decide about history curriculum. Oh my goodness. I would absolutely recommend this. And then Ashley, if you want to message me, he doesn't even know what sitting means. Yeah, exactly. If you want to message me, there's a geography curriculum. So we use this and a geography curriculum. Both very, very fun, very hands-on, lots of activities. And we can bind that into our history class. Because obviously this is just like about them. We worked on like our address and our phone number and stuff. The other one is more, you're actually learning about like hills and mountains and, you know, so more, I guess, traditional history, I guess. Or geography, or whatever. Whatever. Hands-on and visual, yes. I think a lot of kids are. So what we did, I did not, again, everything's backwards, guys. I did not do this backwards for me, so you guys can actually see it. I didn't do this one. There's a link down in the comments as soon as we're done. A link down in the comments that we actually made a giant family tree. It's on our dining room wall right now. It took about 2 weeks, but it was worth it. Now, worth it, but like if all my family could just watch this and not have any more babies, I don't really want to make another one. So it took a long time, but my daughter loved it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. And she still, like when we're doing prayer time, because we pray for people in our family is one category we pray for. So she's like, let me go look at the family tree to see who I want to pray for. And she'll just like pray for random people on there. I just purchased a super cheap geography one. Okay, this one is also a super cheap geography one. I think it's like $10. It's not, like I said, it's a fun little supplemental curriculum. This is 15, I think. You can get it for 12, but it's 15 normally. And then the other one's that, yeah. So let me flip through. We do like history of, okay, so there's a history of Thanksgiving section. Actually, there's a history of all the different, history of Christmas, history of Thanksgiving, history of St. Patrick's Day. So this one my daughter thought was fun. She just got to draw pictures of what she wanted to eat on Thanksgiving. And I purposely did this about a week before Thanksgiving because when I was planning our Thanksgiving meal, I purposely included a couple things that she said that she wanted to eat on Thanksgiving because why not, right? Like nothing says that Thanksgiving food has to be completely traditional. I actually grew up in New Mexico. A lot of people for Thanksgiving had like tamales and enchiladas, and that's what I prefer. My husband's like, oh, let's have a turkey. So yeah. Do any of you guys have untraditional like Thanksgiving and Christmas foods? If so, drop them in the comments. I like to see what everyone does. Okay, this I didn't take a picture of, but you can see it. So for Thanksgiving, they talked about how they used to plant corn and they would bury a fish and then like the stalks of corn would grow. And this was an activity in the back of the book that she got to color and cut out and glue together. So that was really fun. Let's see. So history of ships. So it just talks about history of different kinds of boats, what it started out as, what they evolved into, and then we got to make, it gives you directions to make a really cool paper boat. And so we did that and like floated it in the bathtub. The next one was history of toys. And again, this is just one that she drew. So she got to draw 4 of her favorite toys from the timeline. And there was like Raggedy Ann dolls, train sets, different things. Then we have the history of Christmas. We actually didn't go through the history of Christmas or the history of Easter because we're a ministry family. We're in church 3 times a week and we get lots of history of Christmas and history of Easter in our Sunday school and junior church classes. So I just didn't want to go through it again, in other words. So you don't have to, but you can. We did history of houses. So it kind of talked about, and sorry guys, this was homeschool life right here. This was one of her paints spilt on it. So, you know, it's a little messy. She got to draw like our house on a little graph looking thing. My 7-year-old is a visual learner. My 5-year-old is hands-on learner. Yep, different kids learn different ways, so definitely understand that. This was a fun one. So we talked about the post office system. And my daughter, she's 5, she goes, so every time if I mail a letter, so she mails stuff to my mom, which is her grandma. If I mail a letter to grandma in Kansas, so the post office man has to get on a plane and go to Kansas. I was like, no, not how it works. So we talked about my city, and this is where we started memorizing like her address and her phone number and stuff. All right, Rebecca, you're in the drawing. So just a reminder, we are giving away a book. We're giving away a Starbucks card if you don't want the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give that away on June 1st. So for the next few videos that I do, if you guys want to tune in, every time you share one of the videos, you're going to get an entry into the drawing. So it's going to be super simple, nothing fancy. You don't have to follow me or anything like that. Now, if you like my content, feel free to follow me. But same. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, same thing. Just share it onto one of your social media platforms and then comment down in the comments that you shared, and I will make sure that you go in the drawing. I will comment back to you so you know. I'm not very good at commenting back on my YouTube, but I'm getting better. So talked about our region, which was perfect because in geography, we were just starting to talk about the continents. So when I was lesson planning for this quarter, I saw that. So we just kind of did them in the same week. We talked about the history of sports very briefly. So these are funny. Okay. Backwards, guys. So I wrote above it what they were, but it was very interesting, the pictures that she drew along with them. I hope you guys can see this because I can't. There's football, there's baseball, and then there is volleyball. So for a 5-year-old, I didn't think she did that bad. So the history of St. Patrick's Day we did do. I thought this was a really cool craft, and so we made this. It's actually on our dining room wall right now. History of Easter. Like I said, we did not do. History of dresses. This was kind of fun because she got to see like the different styles. And then we made a paper doll chain just like this one. She colored it just like this one. And it was a lot of fun. Hi. Do you want to say hi? Speaking of the munchkin, we just got done with school. Hold on, let's go this way because my light is hooked up. I don't want you to knock it over. We got done about 30 minutes ago. We try to typically do school from 7:45 to 10:45. Today it was closer to 11:30. Hi. Talking about your history stuff that you've been doing. All right, go back. Remember, you only got 30 minutes. She gets 30 minutes of TV time a day, screen time. And so this is her part of her 30 minutes. I conveniently plan it for when I'm doing a video. The next page was the history of music. Some of y'all saw me post this, and I will include the link down to this one. It was just a whole bunch of different composers and genres and when they were made famous. And then we YouTubed all of them and listened to them. History of weapons was a fun one. Talked about different things that people used to use as weapons. And then she went out and she was supposed to get sticks to make into bow and arrows. What she did is got sticks and she made them into a weapon, but she made them into a wand. So I might be a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd. I don't want her to watch them yet because they're a little too scary for a 5-year-old, but she knows what a wand is. She also watches Wish and Poof and Elsa and all that good stuff. So instead of a bow and arrow, it ended up being a sparkly, glittery, pipe cleaner wrapped stick that she used as a wand instead. But you know what? She's, kids are allowed to have imagination. So if that's the kind of weapon she wants to make, that's the kind of weapon she can make. Today we did the church history lesson. And so it literally is just, there's 8 men that we talked about. Probably going to butcher some of these, by the way, so I'm not a history major. Peter, Athanasius, I think. Augustine, Boniface, Martin Luther, Jonathan Edwards, Charles Spurgeon, and C.S. Lewis. And so we talked a little bit about each of them, and then we had a fun memory game where we matched up their pictures. And again, I'll include the link down here. All of these you can actually do on your own. Like, you wouldn't even have to buy the book if you wanted to do one of the projects that are linked below. They're so simple. And then the last one, which we're going to be doing tomorrow because we're finishing the book, is just a timeline. And she's going to draw 4 things that she learned in the book. So, like I said, I would say out of 10 stars, I would have given this 12. And guys, I am a harsh critic. Like, y'all that know me, you know education is like way up here on my list. It's so backwards. I can't even, I don't know what side I'm on. So way up here on my list. But absolutely, we loved it. So I would highly recommend getting this for your kindergartner. Okay, so down in the comments are all the projects I talked about. Plus, I have a video linked where I did a complete curriculum assessment of everything we used for kindergarten if you are interested in checking that out. There were some that I said, no, absolutely not. Like, I would not use them. And there were some that we absolutely loved and I would suggest every family using. There are also, I also have a link down just to kind of give you an insight into how I am so creative with homeschooling because I'm not a creative person. So it's kind of like a cheat sheet for tricking your brain into getting those creative juices flowing. And then I have a couple other fun lessons that have nothing to do with history. but they just are really fun that I figured I'll share with you guys. There's a math lesson, I think tally marks, and a geology lesson that we did. Yeah, so like I said, absolutely loved it. Again, guys, if you share the video, comment, share down below. We are giving away on June 1st, we'll be giving away one of these books or the first grade book or a Starbucks card. So you can share this all the way up to June 1st. I'll announce the winner sometime that day. Actually, no, I'm going to announce the winner between the 1st and the 3rd because I don't know what day the 1st is and some days are busier than others. So the 1st will be the end of the contest. By the 3rd is when the winner will be announced because I don't want to lock myself into an exact day. And like I said, if you're watching me on Facebook and you liked my content, feel free to follow me. Same thing if you're watching this on Instagram or if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I have a lot more content that'll be coming your way. So bye guys. As always, thanks for tuning in and taking your time to listen to the reviews that I have to put out. And I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. Bye.